Example 1 says understanding angle relationships. So if we look at what they're asking here, it says suppose two lines are not parallel. Can corresponding angles still be congruent? So if we have lines M and T here being intersected by transversal S, they want to know if our corresponding angles, right, which would be 120, and then this angle here, 1 plus 2, we want to know if they can't be congruent, if that can't also be 120 degrees. Okay. And so if we draw in a parallel line, which is what they've done here, this dotted line, right? So again, we're looking at T and M, which are non-parallel. If we add in a parallel line L, we know that if the lines are parallel, the corresponding angles are congruent. So we know that this would be 120. Okay. We also know that angle 2 here in X are alternate interior angles, right? This is our transversal, here's your two parallel lines, your alternate interior angles are going to be congruent. So the measure of angle 2 here would be X. Okay. And so since this angle here is the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2, right, that's going to be 120 plus X, right? And that's going to have to be greater than 120 because X is an angle. It can't be 0 because it exists. It's there. So it has to be some number. We don't know what number, but any number is going to make it greater than 120 plus X is going to be greater than 120, no matter what number X is, because it has to be a positive number greater than 0. Okay, so the answer there would be no. If they are congruent, if corresponding angles are congruent, then the lines would have to be parallel. All right, if we look at your try it, okay, we would have to erase everything on here. Okay, they're saying could angle 3 be supplementary to 120 degrees? Okay, and let's see if we can't erase everything first. Okay, so basically, if you look at angle 3 and then X, we have a triangle here. Okay, we should remember from middle school the three angles of a triangle add up to 180. Right, so 120 plus X plus the measure of angle 3, right, have to add up to 180. Right, so X plus the measure of angle 3, right, is going to have to equal 60 degrees. Right, so the measure of angle 3 right, is going to have to be 60 minus X. Right, so the measure of angle 3 right, is going to be less than 60 degrees because something minus X is going to force it to be smaller than 60. And so if it's smaller than 60, it can't be supplementary with 120. So those two in same side interior angles can't be supplementary. Okay, so in order for them to be supplementary, the lines would have to be parallel.